How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another cast of the Rise of the Witch King, patch 2.02 version 7. This is your broadcaster Phaeron once again, and today our matchup is going to be a 1 versus 1 on the map Fords of Isen. It's going to be between two players who, one player we have seen on the channel, another one we've seen in a different setting. In the northwestern spot is going to be MayShadowFax, actually as the green Angmar, the lime green Angmar. And his opponent to the southwest, it is going to be in the red as Isengard is going to be Djinges. Djinges we saw did play that first game with DJ, or that game with DJ Premier a little bit time ago. I don't think he came out on top, but he is a very strong player nonetheless. I've seen other games where he's played, and he's been very effective at using his builds and his troops to good of use. Looks like you're going to have traditional Earthquake start for Djinges, nothing too fancy there. Looks like standard, looks like a fast haul, if I'm not mistaken, or it could be a fast second haul. I'm not sure if that build order is, but we're getting a haul of Kingsmen up after that third mill for MayShadowFax there. The first unit for Djinges is going to be some Uruk Pikemen, so it looks like he's probably going to be going for some early creep, trying to get this Wargler here, maybe this one over to the south. Actually, you're seeing a Troll and Wolf Den going up for MayShadowFax. This is a very unconventional build. Usually would get your fourth farm, and actually there is a fourth farm. I was very blind, I did not see it. But there is that fourth farm, so MayShadowFax going actually for a very traditional Wolf Rider build. He does have his first Thrallmaster already about to come out. There are the pikemen going up to the north. Actually, they're maybe going to go creep potentially this Troll. Maybe he's going for the in there to go the Black Orcs fast. There's some Uruk-hai coming out now. And you got some Wolf, or some Dire Wolves coming out now. Dire Wolf packs are very good at harassing. You can run them around fast. If you get that Spike Collar for 100 resources, it'll give them bonus damage as well as armor. It looks like Djinges is going to be keeping this Troll, not going to lure the Troll though, so just take it head on, just like Thaden would say. And he's going to take a lot of damage there by trying to take it out. He will take it out, but he will lose a good portion of his battalion there. The Uruk-hai now moving across the forward here to go for some harass. The Dire Wolves, however, are going to come out, and they're going to get that heavy Spike Collar at 150 resources, not 100. I was mistaken. And actually you have two Thralls now moving down across the ford here to the south side of the river. This Dire Wolf just got this Spike Collar. I'm not sure what he's doing there. It looks like Djinges did get tapped to the end there, but he's not taking out the layer. Might want to do that fast before he starts regenerating that Troll. You got some Wolf Riders out now. They're going to trample these Uruk-hai. However, these Uruk-hai in the shield wall, if they are in line, shield wall formation as well as hold across the hand, so they'll be able to take a large amount of tramples. Taking 3 tramples to destroy these units. You do have that in taken, so you're going to see Black Orcs. I think they are coming out right now. Looks like the Djinges did manage to take the Troll, so we'll get the extra resources off of that, as well as putting up several furnaces, a couple of them up in the north, and a Warg Sentry. Actually, that's not something you'd usually see in a game at all, let alone a 1v1. Looks like, however, this into the south side is going to be creeped as well by MayShadowFax. So we can pick up those 4 treasure chests of about 100 resources each. And so there's like a lot of creeping just going on, not really much in the way of harassing or engaging. MayShadowFax not creeping his Wargler. Djinges creeping the Wargler up in the north of the map actually. Not any Warglers on his side of the map being creeped. There's the inn, however, being taken for MayShadowFax. He will be able to get the Wildmen out. They're a powerful unit indeed. Actually, let's look at the PowerPoint, see what people have gone for. It looks like the Djinges has gone for that Creebane for the debuff, as well as possibly scouting if he ever needed to. He has 1 PowerPoint, and he has that 500 resources as well as about command point cap. He has the room for 50 more command points with 449 out of 500. It looks like MayShadowFax going to look to go for some harass here. MayShadowFax just have that war chant to throw down on his troops. 2 PowerPoints actually. About 200 resources to be just spent a bunch, and 339 out of 450, so he can support a smaller army, but he does have the eco to support it with 1, 2, 3, 4 farms or 5 farms, excuse me, I can't count. However, he will lose 1 mill or farm up in the north there to the Blackworks and the pikemen there. Looks like these Wolf Riders are going to be taking out the furnace instead of going for the builder. Might want to see if they can get the builder slow Djinges down a little bit there. However, it looks like MayShadowFax is going to be creeping the Warglair on quicker the river on his opponent's side. So he will have now. Actually, I believe he might have been able to steal this creep potentially, or maybe that was Djinges. I'm not sure. I think it will be 3 creeps for MayShadowFax, or 4 actually. So he does get this one right over here. So it's 4 creeps for him, where Djinges has only got 2. So he will have that experience as well as the cash advantage. Some direwolves deciding to engage there as these Blackworks are moving around, taking out the farm for Djinges. There's integral 3 farms you have around your base. You need those things to stay alive and get up to level 3 actually. MayShadowFax pushing in with some axe throwers protected by the pikes in the front there, as well as some more on the backside of the base there. However, he doesn't have to worry about Djinges pushing in on his base with a pretty significant force. He does have some snow trolls on the field though, as well as Black Numenorians, where he has picked up already. But I'm not sure he can support this economy because he really only has 3 farms. He's about to lose 1. So he really does need to get those builders building those farms. The Snow Trolls making kind of a blunder here, engaging in a melee fight with these Black Orcs. Need to be just trampling. Those look like Djinges was able to get this furnace right down here, but I don't think he's going to get this one in the north, as those axe throwers are going to get picked up by the crossbows and the Black Orcs. Those Black Orcs continuing to pump out for Djinges are very powerful and very good, as they can easily sneak and harass. I would love to see MayShadowFax utilize his Hillmen. They are essentially wild men of Dunland, which are a very cheap unit that can also steal resources and will take out resource structures very quickly. So it'll be very useful indeed. These axe throwers are level 3. They need to retreat though. They're taking fire from these crossbows as well as being chased by the Black Orcs. They will get away, however, I do believe. Looks like the Wolf Riders will save this farm here by the riverside with the trampling as the one disadvantage of the Black Orcs over the Uruk-hai is the Black Orcs do not have that shield wall formation as well as hold ground stance. So they won't be able to tank 3 tramples in one go. Yeah, more Snow Trolls coming out for MayShadowFax. MayShadowFax finally starting to rebuild his eco, but he's a little bit crippled here as he's down all 3 of those farms. He only has, if I'm not mistaken, he only has 2 farms and the 3. Okay, he does have some farms. He is expanding to the southern side of the river, so he still can't support that higher tech units. Wolf Riders and Direwolves are going to start creeping in on this bastion of eco in the north here for Djinges, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to really take out this force here. There are no pikes, however, so the Wolf Riders and the Snow Trolls will be effective. A large force here clumping at home. 2 crossbows now, as well as some Black Orcs and pikes for Djinges. Might want to take them out. We see if he can corner these Wolf Riders and Direwolves, and as well as the Snow Trolls. If he can do so, he can potentially eliminate them. Some axe throwers now living on the south side once again, trying to go and get that harass. Maybe get this farm here, which is now level 2. That'd be a very good pickup for him. You'd have more Snow Trolls in the field. This battalion, I believe he did purchase banner carriers, yes, and put them on that one Snow Troll that we saw in the north. So it will start to regen. As well as these Black Numenorians do have banner carriers, so we'll have that charge attack as well. The Snow Trolls do have it as well. It provides them basically a free rallying call or war chant on them. And here actually you have the little bastion or little pack of wolves and Snow Trolls gonna sneak in, try and take out this farm up here. We're not really able to make much ground with all these pikes and crossbows here. And actually now Djinges moving in with a large force. 2 Snow Trolls though, and easily able to start trampling through them. The war chant goes down, but it was a little bit late there. Not really going to buff enough the troops there, as there's going to be a lot of them going down. And here come more Wolf Riders coming on the backside. The pikes not really able to protect all 3 battalions here. And actually, it looks like the Snow Trolls will just take the trample through the pikes. 4 battalion Snow Trolls. Well, then make that 3 battalions, as the Snow Trolls do trample right into those pikes. That will cost them a little bit there. As you can see, there's that debuff down. You do have, however, these Black Numenorians gonna have to move soon, as there are 2 crossbows coming in to deal with them. And they will take care of them. However, these Snow Trolls and Wolf Riders are proving very effective. I'm gonna watch out though. Those pikes are not really able to deal with the pikes. These are the Wolf Riders to take care of those pikes. and needs to get his cavalry out of there. And there the new Black Warriors going down to those crossbows, not really going to do much. They were halfway to level 3, so that is not going to be a good loss for him. Or an acceptable loss for him, as it was just sitting there doing nothing. Was probably too busy though, microing his cavalry, making sure it didn't all charge into those pikes, because apparently it did try to do that a lot. But actually 4 snow troll battalions, I think that one battalion that we thought that went down did stay alive. So it will be there and continue to regen units, as it is higher than level 1, it will regen units there. More blackouts coming out of the inn in the north there. But Djinges kind of playing a little bit defensively here. Doesn't have really much in the way of farms to the south side, as MayShadowFax now has a fairly large portion of the map under control. I would argue a larger portion than Djinges here. Wild Event Summon or Good Event Summon for MayShadowFax, as well as here come the Snow Trolls trampling all those crossbows. Shark are now out for Djinges then. Maybe to counter these Snow Trolls. I think the Snow Trolls will be able to deal with him actually quite easily, especially if they are buffed by that War Chant. As you see, it did go down. MayShadowFax does have that War Chant, 8 power points, 200 resources, and 292 out of 700. So he can support a much larger army. He needs to be able to produce it though. You do have MayShadowFax did go for, or excuse me, sorry, I got that wrong. Djinges has the Kree Bane and the War Chant. I was not paying attention there, I'm sorry. MayShadowFax does have War Chant, the Goonabed Summon, as well as the Feldwind, so he has 2 5s and a 10, as well as 4 power points. 400 resources and 342 out of 650. So yeah, as you can see, I did get it mixed up, but it is Djinges. He can support a large army, but he can't really afford it. And also only has 1 production building here, so he can't really build it. He will be able to produce off of this inn, however, so you can count that maybe as a production building, but I'm not sure if it will count, as it could easily get knocked down or taken out. 2 builders here for MayShadowFax are sitting here chilling out by this copse of trees. I'm not sure what they're doing. I'm not sure why they're this far forward too. That's not a very safe play there. The cavalry once again trampling through pikes. Those pikes are proving quite effective for Djinges. MayShadowFax going heavy on the Snow Trolls, and the pikes are just easily countering them. However, they will get a nice trample on all those Black Orcs there. And actually, I just did not realize, I might have seen it, but I forgot about it. There is a production building up in the north side of the river here to help and reinforce that inn there, so he will not be as likely to lose the inn there. 3 battalions of level 2 direwolves. Might want to pull those home and just let them regen, so we can have a much larger direwolf force and just sneak around and take out these farms. Especially this farm right here would be very crucial. Maybe this farm. Oh, this farm did get knocked down. So this is really the only farm that is severely boosting the Djinges eco there. Actually, it looks like going to be a big engagement up on the north side. You do have Dark Rangers out. They are up level 2, as he did purchase that banner carrier ability. So they went with the long shot. He just want to debuff. Might want to invest in a Morgamir so we can get that in there. Shark, however, going balls deep, engaging a bunch of war packs as well as more Dark Rangers. You have the long shot going down as those troops just split up. Hill Trolls also in the field for MayShadowFax. You got a large army at home for Djinges, not really engaging or moving to help reinforce here. Actually, these direwolves are proving quite effective at removing the pikes there, so the cats can trample. However, they are going to be going down to those crossbows as well, or actually not the crossbows, as well as the Black Orcs there. And that comes Shark, who finding the gap to need, trampling through all of these Dark Rangers. The Dark Rangers need to focus them down instead of trying to provide supporting fire there, as they are just getting absolutely destroyed by Shark through there. With the Feldwind going down, I think MayShadowFax will be retreating here, as he does have all these Snow Trolls on the southern side of the river. Maybe going to go and try and sneak in and get a good trample here. Maybe knock out Shark. If they could take out Shark, that'd be a good play there. More Hill Trolls coming out from MayShadowFax, as well as those level 3 Wolf Riders, you can see. He does have some more Black Numenorians on the way. I would love to see him get some hero in there. I think Kowaldar is next to useless in this matchup, or in this gameplay, as MayShadowFax is completely teched out of the Rudar gameplay, and so Rudar Hillman leadership would be basically obsolete at this point. Might want to get a Morgamir at this point. That he doesn't get debuff to help make the long shot ability for the Dark Rangers more effective. If he can get the debuff in there along with the long shot in a fell wind, he can eliminate an entire army in one go with that wombo combo. You do have the direwolves now going in as a meat shield in defensive. However, they will be easily picked off by all these crossbows, as well as Lurks now on the field for Djinges. I did not see him. He is level 2 now, almost level 3, or halfway level 3. Sharku, a little bit overextended, needs to run away from these hill trolls actually. You do have this large force of snow trolls from MayShadowFax. I'm not really sure if this is the best army composition he could have. He has to have a lot of cavalry here. Now, cavalry is very essential to your army, but to invest that much in cavalry is not necessarily the best choice. And actually, this farm right up here, I just realized it's not producing a whole lot, but I think it's stayed up the whole game. This one's definitely level 2. Got another one being rebuilt, but MayShadowFax is going to find that with his cavalry there. However, he might want to engage and take out Sharku here. Sharku is balls deep, and these troops do all have that charge attack, could get that rallying call buff. Djinges now engaging, trying to push up on the north side of the river there. The hill trolls going to try and hold it off, but not in defensive formation or hold the ground. They will not stand for as long. Sharku now chasing down the snow trolls, as well as the snow trolls splitting across the river actually. Here comes the direwolves trying to push in, prevent these pikes from taking out the farm in the middle of the ford there. As they've got to grind up that water for the, they have to grind up the water and silt for Angmar, I guess. You do have these hill trolls in the front, and those Black Moors do deal high damage. They have used their charge attack. The hill trolls are going to actually sneak around. Those snow trolls need to engage and take out lurks. They can use their charge attack. Once again, MayShadowFax, I don't think he's really utilizing this at all. He really does need to do it. He needs to charge attack lurks and just focus them down. The Warg Sentry actually doing a little bit of damage there, but lurks now in tomato mode. He's going to start dealing splash damage, a lot of splash damage, as well as taking out a lot of those snow trolls. He wants to be careful, MayShadowFax. He has 4 battalions there, but if he's not careful, he's going to lose one of those battalions. And that's going to cost him, as those are high-level battalions, or at least high-experience battalions. They will be able to stay alive much longer. Lurks now up to level 4. This is a cripple shot, but he is almost dead. And actually, the Dark Rangers, I believe, as well as the Black Moors and Hill Trolls, are going to finish him off there. MayShadowFax now expanding up to the northern side of the river there. Does still have that expansion to the southern side of the river. These farms have been around for quite a while, as Djinges has really gone, this entire area go unmolested, has not gone around the side. And actually, I would love to see MayShadowFax get some wildmen out to go harass his opponent on the southern side of the river. Here comes finally Djinges advancing on the southern side of the river, seeing these farms. I did not realize it, but there is a freezing rain on the field. I believe it is by MayShadowFax. It is by MayShadowFax. He also has that snowbind ability, as you can see. He has used it to save his buildings. However, Djinges does have his own freezing rain. Might want to cast that counter. I believe it will clear up the freezing rain for MayShadowFax and activate his, so he will flip the debuff onto his opponents actually. Does have devastation, so he can get the extra cash. I believe it's the cap 2,000 resources, or 2,500 is the max you can get from a devastation cast. But he will be getting those extra resources, be very powerful. 1 power point, 800, 470 out of 900, so we can support a much larger army, more than twice his size. However, MayShadowFax has 1,000 resources and 544 out of 800. He is losing his farms in the south, which have lasted for quite a while. I think he did delete one there to ensure that his opponent did not get the experience, actually. Actually, MayShadowFax has 1,400 now. He could be going for Morgan. I believe that's the right choice, actually. Now, you got these Black Numenorians as well as the Dark Rangers trying to focus on this army, but Sharku coming in from the backside, focus down these 2 battalions of Dark Rangers. And actually, I think that the level 3 battalion gonna go down there. That's not a good call there. You need to pull out, get with those hill trolls, and make sure they could take out Sharku. So hill trolls as well as the Black Numenorians gonna try and take out some Urukai in front of the base here. You do have a hero, I believe it's Lurks, back on the field. MayShadowFax now grouping, I think, with some summoned Gundabad hordes, maybe for a push from the southern side of the river. But you also have these this push from Djinges in the middle of the river with some Pike and Urukai. The freezing rain, however, is being quite effective. It is providing that debuff, and it is very necessary to make sure that Djinges is not getting that extra damage. It looks like actually a battalion of Black Orcs in version 8, they do start when they're idle, they just start forming a circle and 2 of them just fight in the middle. So apparently when you just have 2 left, as well as a banner carrier, I guess the 2 just fight. It's an interesting little tidbit there. These hill trolls are going to be try and work down this furnace over here. I think they are going to get it down actually. Might want to focus on this level 2 furnace, almost level 3. This is the level 3 furnace. I think it is going to go down though with the Black Numenorians dealing high damage. And then Lurks going to be taking some damage from the Dark Rangers as well as the Black Numenorians. those Urkai not in shield wall or hold ground stance. Needs to be in that way if they last longer. Level 2 Hill Troll is going to try and take out these Urkai that are advancing. There's the reinforcements from that group that took out the other group of pikemen and Urkai. So Black Orcs in the north, they're going to get, I think, cleaned up by these Hill Trolls. More Black Orcs, however, arriving to reinforce. You do have a white summon now for MayShadowFax, and the Ward Rider is actually for Djinges. He's got a level 2 Ward Pit, as well as an emergency tower going up to take care of these Ward Packs. I'm not sure why. Alert's almost close to death there, and those whites are actually going to start going home as MayShadowFax sends all his cavalry to try and defend the cavalry, and apparently the whites too. Kind of a waste of a white summon if you ask me, if he keeps pulling them that way. It is level 3 for that furnace down on the north side of the river. We'll provide that air tower as well as the super bonus, basically, of resources. I really feel like MayShadowFax needs to push on that bastion, maybe from the southern side of the river, but he needs to make a big push there and take it out if he is going to secure this victory, as this is the huge eco hub for Djinges there. Snowbind on this farm over here to protect it from the Djinges there. Some Dark Raiders. I'm going to start targeting down these Black Orcs, as well as a large force from MayShadowFax. 3 Hill Trolls and a Black Norn battalion going to be able to intercept and engage. And actually, Djinges not really going to be able to do much harassing damage here. However, MayShadowFax does have a kind of a force on his side of the river that he can't really deal with, except for when the Wolf Riders come in and just trample the Black Numenoreans and the Dark Raiders all at once. The Creebane does go up to debuff them. I actually am still surprised Djinges has not activated that freezing rain, as it is a powerful buff. It will allow him basically to have a Creebane over the entire map for extended duration. MayShadowFax does have his Whirlwind as well as War Chant off the cooldown. 15 power points now, so we could be saving for a 25 power point actually. You do have, it kind of looked like those Black Orcs came out of the Warg Sentry there, but we all know that's not possible. Shark, who is now level 5, does have that Tame the Beast ability. I could have sworn that the ability was changed where it provided experience, but maybe it does dominate essentially Warg Riders and Wargs. Alert's now up to level 5. He does have that leadership ability, but he is kind of low health. Second emergency tower for Djinges there, and he actually has really nothing in the way of farms around his base there. Does have the 2 farms on the edge of the map, but he's lost his base eco there, and that is not going to be good. He really needs to hold this bastion in the north, as it is his only real eco hub now. Without this, he will be quickly overrun by the very powerful economy of MayShadowFax here. As you can see, he has the southern side of the river basically on lockdown with level 3 mills here. Mills everywhere on his side of the river. He hasn't really expanded up to the north side of the river, but he might be fearful of losing it and putting him in dangerous spots, as he does have to deal with this bastion here. You do have a snowbind, or a frozen land actually from MayShadowFax going down right over there. I'm not sure why he put it right there, as it's not really going to be very effective. It would have been love to have seen it put over here so we could have that bonus buff when he goes in to take care of the Urk Pit or the War Pit. Maybe put it up here so we could take out this bastion in the north and secure his victory. 10 power points now for MayShadowFax, 3,000 resources. He still hasn't gone for a hero. I really think he needs to go for a hero, as heroes are very key to all gameplay. You can play a game without heroes, but you really do need to have that hero, as actually Morgamir's debuff is very powerful. Rogash, I feel like he wouldn't have been as effective with all those pikes in there, but as you can see there, in the midst of my rambling, you will see that the game will be called as Djinges has lost his base eco, he's lost his Uruk Pit, MayShadowFax has a huge force on his doorstep, and he has no way to really counter it. So, well played to Djinges, and well played to MayShadowFax. MayShadowFax, I feel like he could have benefited from the use of a Morgamir in there, maybe perhaps a Witch King if he had such a huge cash flow, but a Witch King is so much money, I don't think he's really ever going to be feasible in a 1v1 situation. I really liked his way he teched up early on. Didn't really sit with those Rudars. He went for the fast Rangers. He went for the Wolf Rider Den. He didn't really stick around with the Rudar, as I've seen a lot of Angmar play. If you get Hwaldar out, the Rudars are very strong early game, but you really need to tech up soon enough, or else you will fall behind. Because even with a buff for the Rudars, they will fall quickly to higher tier units, or just enough of your opponent being able to counter that on the field. So well played, good game. I hope y'all enjoyed that one. I saw this and I was like, this is interesting because I haven't seen a 1v1 with a MayShadowFax in a while. They're not the most popular. MayShadowFax is more known for playing a 4v4. If I remember correctly, he does like to play he did play Nandahurian a lot when he was on 2.01, or we were on 2.01. I'm not sure if he still plays that, but a very strong supporting player. I've not really seen much of him in terms of 1v1, so this will be our first situation where I've seen him do that. So well played to him. I really think he could have invested a hero, but well played to not stay with the Rudars there. Good tech up. If y'all did enjoy this video, I hope y'all will slap a like, leave a comment below on what you think about it, maybe what you want to see in the future as far as videos, who you would want to see play the games. If you did like the video and you're not subscribed yet, please consider leaving a subscription. At 50 subscriptions, we do have a special cast that I'm going to be doing. I will not give away what kind of game it is or who's going to be playing in it, but I've taken a look at it and it does look like it's going to be one for the ages as far as games. So I hope y'all will leave a subscription if you do have that enjoyment factor but not been subscribed. I will see y'all tomorrow with another 1v1 or 2v2.